started, I'm sure you got some phone calls from around the country from some coaches about Jeff Driskel. Has he lived up to what you thought he could be?
Yes, and even more. And I don't know that I really put stipulations on, I think he can be this. I knew Jeff was highly recruited. I knew Jeff was very talented. I never went back. I have never watched a Florida film. I don't know what they were teaching him. I don't know what the goods and bads and pros and cons were there. I knew he was coming in. He had all the measurables. He had height, weight, speed, athleticism, throw the ball, hit the target, put it in the barrel, whatever it was. I mean, that he was very talented. What I didn't know and what I said I was really excited to see was how was he going to process. How was his decision making? How was his ability to read defenses? How was his ability to lead? Is this a team that's going to get behind him and follow him? Is he going to come in and be arrogant and turn everybody off? Or is he going to come in and be very humble and have this team embrace him? And those are questions that you can't answer until he gets here. So I think probably more than saying I've been impressed or not impressed or living up to or not, I would just say that I think he has done an unbelievable job of coming in here. And I have been very impressed with what he's been able to do. I haven't really found his weakness yet. I don't know what his problem was other places that he's been, but I know he has all the measurables. I think what he has done as a leader here is one of the more impressive things that I have seen. For a young man to come in here in March, and in August the team votes him one of the captains, and the way that they follow him, the vocal leader that he is. When he talks, everybody listens. He's very positive. He's very humble. I've been impressed with the way he's read defenses. I've been impressed with the way he's protected the ball, with his decision-making ability. Probably have been as impressed with his poise in the pocket and his calmness when he comes off the field after a series. I mean, he just took 3 shots standing in the pocket, and he comes off. And I said, okay, on the one, what did you see? We talked about the one that he read for his first touchdown in this game. And so, like, all right, what'd you see? He said, I came back. The safety was way on the backside. I was going to take the shot down the middle, and then I saw him out of the corner of my eye coming in. So it's like you're in a film room. He's just talking as plain as he can be. And I can't tell you how impressed I've been with the tools that he has, the way he handles himself, and the professional that he has been since he has been here, and coming in here and learning a game plan and taking it and making the most of it. I have really been impressed with what Jeff has brought.
And what did coaches around the country tell you whenever it came out that he was coming here?
I can't. Steve Adazio from Boston College said, Skip, you may not only have the best quarterback in college football for next year, you may have one of the best football players in college football next year. He said, he had him when he was at Florida. Very impressed. Brian White was there, ranting, raved about him. I said, oh my gosh, I mean, you will absolutely love him. He will do great things there. Because I was trying to, what's wrong? You know, what's broke? What am I missing? I mean, what's damaged? But everybody just rant and raved, and anybody that has worked with him had nothing but incredibly positive things to say. And as much as we talk about his skill set and the way he's handled himself, as a person, he's better than that. I mean, as a person, just as a young man, a character, the way that he's bought into this team, the way he handles himself, he's really impressive.
Given that about his character, he took a lot of criticism from the fans and from everybody at Florida. How much does that speak to his character? That here he is having a lot of success, and he hasn't gone to the highest mountain and say, "See, look, I've still got it."
You know, he is. Even when he came here, he never said a negative word about Florida. When I talked to him about it, he said, "Coach, it's time for a change. It's time for a change. I'm very grateful to Florida for the opportunity they gave me, my experiences here. There's great people at Florida. I enjoyed my stay here. It's just time for a change." And believe me, as somebody that's been in a very toxic situation, I understand sometimes when it gets that way, how it's hard. It gets in that downward spiral and you can't stop it. And the social wave goes against you, and it's a very hard wave to change. And like he said, I just need a change. And like I said, I know the feeling. I've been there. I've experienced that. I understand it. It doesn't make him a bad person or a bad quarterback or anything else because of some of the heat that he took from Florida. But he has never, to this day, ever said anything but positive things and the love that he has for that program at the University of Florida. And he would be the last person to ever say, see, you know what I mean? He's not one he's not trying to prove everybody else right or wrong. He's answering to himself, and I think he's very comfortable who he is, as he should be, because I'm really impressed with who he is and what he's become.
We talked a little bit about the redemption stuff with you and Manny last year. Maybe Louisiana Tech's become a bit of a redemption city.
We're the land of misfit toys, you know. We're the land of misfit toys, and there's one man's trash is another man's treasure, you know. And right now, we are a group of people that still believe in ourselves, that came in here and believe in this school, and work hard every day just to do what we're trying to get done. And like I said, I was really impressed with Manny and the job he did. And I think in our athletic society today, we are quick to jump onto a social bandwagon and throw somebody under the bus in a hurry. And I look at a guy like Jeff Driskel and to think that he was contemplating not playing college football anymore, that he was contemplating, now that I have my degree, just going out into the real world and not playing. And what a shame for a young man with that character, with those values and that skill set, to have that feeling. And that's not what this game is all about, the opportunity for young men to have an opportunity to experience it. And so if we became his second home or second opportunity, he has certainly made the most of it, and I'm glad he's here.
I remember reading when he was coming here some of the stuff, and it was like really R-rated, just about his future and him as a quarterback. And now it's crazy the position he's in now. How much do you think he's helped his status going forward in terms of professional, like the NFL level? As a guy who was probably completely off the radar 6 months ago, 8 months, 9 months ago, and now to present day, he's obviously helped himself.
He has obviously helped himself, and he has. And I think as every, you know, the expectations sometimes are very hard to overcome. And when you come in as the #1 rated quarterback, I think people expect, you know, I think it was his first or second year, he goes 11-2. It's like, oh, wow, we built on that. Now we're going to be undefeated. And, you know, things didn't go that way. And people have to blame somebody. And he took a big brunt of that. And I thought he shouldered it incredibly strong for a 19 to 20-year-old young man for some of the criticism that he received. He came here and he has worked hard and said, I'm going to be as good as I can be, and I'm not worried what everybody on the outside world thinks. And I think right now, I don't know where his draft status was a year ago, because I didn't look at all that, but I listened to the pro scouts that come through here now. I definitely think he's going to have his opportunity to get into camp and show what he can do in a professional environment.